mag-apply for a loan. Maar ik loan kan krijgen julle. Weet je, met mijn credit record kijk je zo goed. Maar kijk wat jij kan doen, man. Kijk goed aan. Maar ik moet je gewoon van mij. Mijn vrienden, man. Maar jij niet daar voor mij zolang het voelde dat ik een van die maand toen die man is van 4. Mommy, hier is dikke pijn. Ik kan gewoon fiets met Jordans. What do you mean? Yo, it's cold every time. It's like school. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Financial Chats with your girl, Celeste. The topic was and still is getting out of debt. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the topic that I'm sticking with for a while because I believe it is really something that we as a society, we as a community, that we struggle with, and we get into it for all the wrong reasons, and then we don't always understand the implications that it has upon our lives. Anyway, so this week we will be talking about other options of how you can get out of debt. Now guys, please take note that me and my content and my videos, it does not constitute as financial advice, okay? Should you seek a financial advisor or a debt counselor, please, pretty please, contact someone that is registered with the FSCA and the NCR. Now, who are that? FSCA, they are the Financial Service Conduct Authority, and the NCR is the National Credit Regulator. All financial institutions that's providing you a financial service, they have to be registered with those two bodies, okay? Because that's how they regulate the industry within South Africa. Thank you to each and everyone who has liked me on all my social media platforms. You guys are awesome. And to those who are brand new and those who have not yet done the things, there's YouTube, there's Instagram, and there's Facebook. Go and do the things. Please, guys. Like, go lekker man. Listen, so lekker man. Like, so lekker. Anyway, guys, the topic today is still getting out of debt, okay? I have noticed that besides the method that I was talking about in my previous video, which is also get out of debt part 1, you can say it that way. If you haven't checked that video out yet, check out this information link here on top. You will see it. Go and check that video out, and there is where I discuss my journey and how I got out of debt and what I did to kind of, make my situation better because of how it fits to me personally, right? So if you can take something from that, good for you, Right, that being said, let's get into it. This week, I will be talking about going for a consolidation loan, going for debt administration, going for debt counseling / debt review, it's the same thing. And fourthly, going for debt sequestration. Yeah. Have you ever heard that one? Debt sequestration. Guys, I don't know if I'm saying this word correctly, but I'll put it up here for you. There you go, debt sequestration, that's how you spell it. So yeah, those are the 4 main debt relief programs that I'll be talking to you about, and just to give you a nice broad understanding of what it is, why it's there, and how it can help you or how it cannot help you. So stay tuned. Also, guys, why didn't I take out these options myself? I will tell you at the end of the video. Okay guys, so the first one is going for a consolidation loan. Now this you can go to any financial institution that's registered, like our banks out here. You can go to them and you can ask for a consolidation loan. They will look at your credit score, your credit record, your affordability, and based on what you can afford, they will grant you a consolidation loan. Now let's say, for instance, that loan is 70,000 Rand. And you have, now they will check at all your creditors, okay? So the amount that you're getting is 70,000 Rand. They will look at all your creditors, they will see what is the total amount that you, the total amount of credit, of debt that you have. Okay, now if that debt exceeds the 70,000 Rand, they will pay the biggest, okay? And go to the smallest up until the amount is done. right? So then you have some breathing space at least every month, and not a lot of debit orders will then go off. Or if you are lucky enough and the consolidation loan amount that they grant you is then big enough to cover all of your debt that you have, then good for you, right? Then they pay that creditors for you, and that's the end of the story. Then you only have that one installment every month that you need to focus on, which is your consolidation loan. And then, then you have some freedom with your money. The second one that we have is going for debt administration. Now guys, with debt administration, there are two criteria, okay? The first one is you need to have a total sum amount of debt that is 50,000 Rand and less, okay? Secondly, the courts needs to find you over in debt. In other words, they have to see that you really cannot afford your debt anymore, okay? So that's the two criteria. So once you've got that two ticks, the court only will appoint a debt administrator to your profile, right? That debt administrator will come up with a plan, a payment plan, a budgeting plan that suits you, okay? And you need to agree to that as well. The administrator will then get in contact with all your creditors. Your creditors will know that you are now under administration, okay? They will know that, including your employer will also know that you are now under administration, okay? What comes into place here is there are so many parties involved, right? So one of the biggest parties that are involved is called a payment distribution company, okay? So that payment distribution company is responsible for deducting the money off your salary, right? So they deduct a chunk of money off your salary, and then you are left with some change so that you can, for your everyday life, right? You are left with some money. Now, that's yours. That big chunk that the payment distribution company took, they will pay the debt administrator, okay? Also, they will pay the creditors based on the plan that the debt administrator gave them. You understand? I'll say that again. The payment distribution company will pay all your creditors based on the plan that the debt administrator gave them. You understand? So let's say, for instance, if they deduct a 10,000 Rand off your salary and you are left with your money, that 10,000 Rand will then be split into paying the debt administrator and then paying your creditors. Now, in most cases, guys, you can go look it up. 70% of that money goes towards paying fees. And then that money that is left will go to your creditors. Also, with debt administrators, they only pay your creditors every third month. So when do you think will you get done paying off all your debt? Okay, we have debt review. What is debt review? Debt review is exactly the same as debt counseling, okay? So if I say debt review, debt counseling, remember, same WhatsApp group. Right, debt review. What is it? This is a legal procedure, okay, that needs to be done. So you need to go and apply for this through any debt management company. That debt management company will then appoint a debt counselor towards your profile, okay? You and this debt counselor will do an assessment of your financial situation. That debt counselor will come to the conclusion that you are indeed over indebted and you need this process. That debt counselor, guys, that person has to be registered with the National Credit Regulator. If that person is not registered, then stay away. Stay far away. Stay away. Okay? So they will appoint you a registered debt counselor. Two of you will then come up with a payment structure, proposal, or budget that's going to work for the two of you. Okay, what that means is that debt counselor is going to take that proposal to your creditors, and they're going to tell the creditors, listen here, I have a client that is undergoing for debt review. Can you please accept these terms and conditions? This is how much we're going to pay you. They might renegotiate some interest terms and what on your behalf. That way, just to come to an agreement, okay? Now, once all your creditors are in agreement with this plan, the second step will then be that the debt review becomes effective. Okay, now in order for the debt review to become effective, it has to go through a court order, or it has to go through the National Credit Tribunal. They need to give consent so that they can put you or list you on all the on your credit profile. Now they need to approach all your creditors. Okay, they need to agree. Your creditors has to agree to that plan that the debt counselor has thrown up for you. Now, some creditors, they have the right to not agree, and then they will continue calling you. And this is where a lot of people don't understand, but I'm under debt review, why are you calling me? Or they will say, I'm under administration, why are you still calling me? That is because your creditor did not agree with the terms that your debt counselor did come up with. You understand? So there's that as well. So make sure that you see that all your creditors did agree with the plan that your debt counselor did drawn up for you. Okay? So check also the ending date and make sure once you are at your ending date that debt counselor issues you with a debt clearance certificate, guys. Very important. You have to get that debt clearance certificate at the end of your debt review, because that is going to be your certificate that gives you the right to go to the National Credit Bureau regulator, where you can tell them, guys, clear my name, please, because that status of you being under debt review, under debt administration, it will stay on your credit profile, right? So do that, very important. Ooh, that beautiful word. Going under debt sequestration. Yes. Now this one, guys, this one is quite an expensive procedure, and also you lawyers and advocates needs to be involved here. Okay, you need to be selling your assets in order to pay off your creditors, or you have to give your creditors a lump sum just to tell them, like, okay, guys, this is going to be the plan, right? This is how things is going to work. This is the terms. This is the month. And I'm going to give you this money upfront so that you can get into agreement with me that I will be paying you off, but based on the terms and conditions that you are giving them, right? So, and once again, the creditors has the right to agree or not to agree. Okay. So that's debt sequestration. It's a very expensive procedure, and you have to sell your assets, okay, so that you can fork up cash and pay them off as soon as possible. Right, so guys, those are the main 4 debt relief programs that is being offered in South Africa. Why didn't I choose any of these options? Well, guys, consolidation loans. Now, I couldn't get a consolidation loan, guys, because I couldn't get one because, number one, I had a bad credit record and a very low credit score. I was calling these people. Oh, I think I was calling Nedbank. Yeah, I was calling Nedbank. That time my credit card was in arrears, and they were calling me, and I was like, yeah, but can't I get a consolidation loan? It will help me so much, and then I can pay most off all my other stuff, and then I'm most liquor, then I don't have the stress anymore. And the lady was like, hold on for me, let me check, sounding all excited on the other side of the line. And she was like, okay, I'm holding. And now this time, I'm standing at the toilet because I was at work, because I don't want people to hear my business. So I'm now standing at the toilet like, yeah, holding. And as people coming by, I'll just be like, yeah, yeah. And then yes, and I'm back on the call again. And then this lady tells me, sorry, unfortunately, you do not qualify to get a consolidation loan because you are in arrears with your accounts. And my response was like, but I know I'm in arrears. That's why I'm seeking the consolidation loan so that you guys can pay it off and so that I can be debt free. No, ma'am, unfortunately, that's not how it works. You need to be up to date with all your payments, and only then we can help you out. I was like, yo, thanks for nothing. Bye. So hence, guys, consolidation loan was not an option for me. I couldn't get a loan. Secondly, going for debt administration, debt administration, I couldn't do that because all my debt altogether exceeded the amount of 50,000 rand. So I couldn't do that. Going for debt review and debt counseling, I thought to myself, no man, I have a 5-year plan whereby I want to do things, I want to accumulate some assets, okay? So I was like, no, I can't do that because that's going to interfere with my plans. And then, so I was like, that's not going to work for me. And then lastly, debt sequestration, like I didn't even know that term exists up until I started researching. So, yeah, guys. That's why I was like, I couldn't go for any of that. So I had to come up with my own plan. I had to really, really, really discipline myself. I had to change my mindset, guys. The way we think about money and the way we think about debt, we have to change our way we see these things. And yeah, so I got myself there. I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost there. Yes, see, some of my accounts are up to date, some have closed. I'm like, yay! Niemand bel my nie. Yes! Niemand bel vir my nie. Yeah! Guys, that's a very amazing feeling, once you have that off your shoulder. So, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Oh, before I forget, everything that I've talked about, guys, I will put links for you in my description box so that you can further research, evaluate, concentrate, manifest, so that you can do all those things to get a better and deeper understanding of what I just spoke here about. There we go.